Great American Chat, a podcast where we chat about great American media. I'm Chad Maurice, and Cricket, what's happening?
Not much. Not much at all.
Oh, I hope my internet holds up tonight. We got little weird problems going on here at the beginning with this website. So, what was I going to say? When I was live, I was going to say live tweeting. I can't get used to that tweeting. Live posting on X
Uh-huh.
during the last episode, the episode that we're going to chat about tonight. So on Saturday night. So I was off the cuff. I was coming up with a post and I just came up and I used hashtag roadies for the names of the
Oh,
fans.
great.
What do you think of that?
I like it.
You like it? I just
Yeah,
thought
I
of it
like
just
it.
on the cuff off the top of my head.
That's awesome. No, I like that.
You
Roadies
like
is
that one?
good.
Roadies?
hmm Yeah,
All right.
I
All
do.
right. And I'm wearing black tonight.
I see
Oh,
that. Well, I'm
I,
wearing
I,
like a rust color.
I'm the bad guy tonight.
I don't know what I am. I'm in between. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both.
So tonight we are chatting about the second episode of Crossroad Springs, which, like I said, aired Saturday night on Great American Family. And I'm going to ask you what the title is. You could have gotten me last week.
Wolf on the range. Thank you very much.
Wolf on the Range. You got it. And see, I forgot to look up the title last week. And if you would ask me what the title was, I wouldn't have known it.
Yeah. I've been watching it, I think, from the last time when we did the other series. So every time I start the episode, I'm looking
Uh-huh.
up at the corner of the TV to see what it says. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was
Well,
hoping that you didn't remember again, and I was going to ask you.
you could have stumped me last week. Hey Victoria, what's going on?
Mhm. Hi, Victoria.
Nice to see you. Why is my voice so loud? Hold on. Oh, I gotta decrease my voice. Wait a minute. There we go. All right, talk a little bit. Make sure I can hear you.
Hello, Chad.
Oh, okay. Now you're loud. Okay, that's good. All right. So yeah, Wolf on the Range, kind of like Home on the Range, except it's Wolf on the
hmm
Range. The synopsis says a wolf a sighting and wait, what does it say? A wolf sighting and rising tensions leave James torn between family, faith, and the growing pull of Crossroad Springs. Okay, yeah, that's the main storyline in this episode. Is James deciding whether to stay or whether to go?
hmm
So let's go to this first. So, do you want to do the first scene? Do you want to wing it? Remember what's going on here?
Well, I know that him and his dad are having a heart to heart, and I'm trying to remember. You may have to prompt me on this one.
All
Start me
right.
out. What were they talking about?
Okay, they're talking about a shortage of water on the Hamilton Ranch because, and Willis has his cattle drinking out of someone else's pond. That
That's
pond that
right.
you see behind them. And
hmm
so they talk about the lady that owns the pond.
Yes, I do remember a little part of it. Him and some girl. I don't remember the girl's name.
That was his
Um,
sister. His
or his
sister.
sister. Okay, I
This
couldn't
is
remember
his
if it was
sister.
sister or not. So
Yeah.
him and Janet, I guess, were doing something, and they got in trouble. And she like did something to them. I'm trying to remember what she
They
did.
were swimming in her pond when they were
That's right. They
kids.
were swimming in the pond. Yes, and they
Yeah.
made her do. They made she
She
made him do chores.
she made him do chores. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then right after they have this conversation, Willis sees wolf tracks on the ground.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At least.
The only reason I'm saying this is because I'm not. I'm not. I mean, I'm being a critic, but I don't know what real wolf prints look like, but they
Uh-huh.
looked a little pointy to me. That's all I'm saying. But
Right.
again, I don't know
Right.
what they really look like, so I don't want to be judging that at all. But
Right.
usually, to me, when I saw an actual real life wolf one time at a festival, and it was truly a wolf,
Uh-huh.
they had like dog paws almost.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit taken by those, uh, you know,
Uh-huh.
wolf prints on there. So, but
Right.
again, I don't know.
Right. Right. Now what, can you still hear me? I lost my voice. Wait a minute. Where'd I
Yeah,
go?
I can
Oh,
hear
there
you.
I am. Okay. All right. I got to adjust my volumes here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Wolf tracks more look like dog prints, I believe.
I was just curious because I mean, and like I said, maybe it was a smaller maybe a smaller wolf, and maybe their paws
Uh-huh.
aren't as defined,
Yeah.
maybe, or
Right.
like more like an adult one could be more like a dog's. But again,
Right.
it was just something I noticed. It's not a big
Hmm.
deal, but
Right.
we are critiquing, so.
All right. Yeah, that's a good thing. So this scene introduces another one of the storylines in this episode, and that's this uninvited wolf that comes to town and
Mhm.
causes tempers to flare. Let's see. Oh, wait, let me check the chat here while we're at it and see who's all here. Oh, Jay's here tonight.
Hey Jay, what's up, man?
Oh, Jay says you're right. He must mean about the wolf tracks. They
Mm.
didn't look like wolf tracks. Like you said, they were pointy. The
Hmm.
prints. Yeah, the prints there. Okay, so let's see. Janet and Eric are hanging out at the cafe. He tells her he is starting to enjoy Crossroad Springs, and what a coincidence because James is also starting to enjoy it. He also tells her that her dad missed his follow-up appointment and his test results came back and she wants to know what they were, but he says no can do. That is doctor patient confidentiality.
That's
And
right.
then the Hedges are also there. Lewis tells Tina his interviews aren't going well. Everyone wants someone with experience, and they talk about the catch 22 that you have to have experience to get a job, but you have to have a job in order to get experience.
Right.
Tina says, I believe in you. God has a plan for us.
Yep.
And this is about all we see them in this episode. We don't see them much in this episode.
Yeah, it was very brief.
Yeah.
But I think it's still good to make an appearance to keep their characters alive in a sense, you know what I mean, and
Mm-hmm.
relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do believe later on he's going to play a role in the ranch. I really do. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
you
I
know.
thought that would happen in this episode.
Hmm. Like I even like
Yeah.
I'm foretelling like a Christmas episode where she delivers on Christmas.
Oh, okay.
That's my future guess right there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
something, right? Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, I thought he'd be like going working on the ranch by now, maybe. At least at the end of this episode. So when do you think that will happen? When do you
I
think he's
don't
going to
know. I
get a
mean, it's
job
got
on the
to
ranch?
happen soon. He's got rent to pay. We learned from the we learned
That's
from the
right.
other episode, that they promised to pay that rent. So he's going to have to get a job soon.
Oh
I
yeah.
think maybe next episode. I'm going to make a hunch. I'm going to say next episode.
Next episode? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All
I have
right.
no idea, everybody, but I'm just going to say that out. That's what I think.
Let's see. You remember anything that happened here? This is an easy one. You want to talk about this one?
What's that first slide at the top? Because I'm on my phone, so I can't really see it.
Oh, you're on your phone. If I make it bigger, can you see that?
Yeah, no, it didn't help too much.
That didn't help? Okay. Well, it's
No.
all right. It's Willis talking to James about when he had a run in with a wolf when he was a kid.
Okay.
Remember that?
Okay. Yeah, he said he had a run in with her. He named it a her.
Oh,
And
did he?
yeah, and he said that he looked at her in her eyes and just he froze and
Uh-huh.
she left him alone. And he then starts to tell him how he realized in that moment that, God has a purpose for every animal or every animal has a purpose or something along
Mm-hmm.
those lines. And
Mm-hmm.
it just it really, defined the moment of if you don't mess with me, I won't mess with you.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah. And he thought that the wolf smiled at him.
Yes, he did say
He
that
he,
too.
he
Yes.
mentioned that.
Yes. Yes.
And he says because of that experience, he has always given the predators the respect they
Mhm.
deserve.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? I agree with Willis in this episode
Mhm.
that the wildlife has more right to the land than the landowners.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Because,
In a sense, yeah. I mean, that's their land.
yeah,
That's all they have
that's
to
their,
live
that was
on.
their land before the property was built. They roamed the
Hmm.
land
I
and
don't know.
then.
That's been there 100 years. I don't know if they're still there.
Yeah.
Some of them may have left.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Sherry tells Aunt Amy that Willis has started riding again against doctor's orders.
Hmm.
And then, can you see the bottom slide?
Yes, Aunt Amy and James are sitting there talking about how Um, I'm trying to remember. I think that's when she brought him the Bible, isn't it? She
Yeah,
gave
she
him the
finds that Bible.
yeah,
That
so she
yeah.
finds the Bible and gives it to James and says it's been in the family for so long, and
Mhm.
he's really the person that should have it to keep it safe. And he was really surprised that they had a Bible for that long, and so he was very impressed by it. And then they start to sing, and
Yeah,
he
they
plays
sing a
guitar, and they
yeah.
start to sing, and it was a
Uh-huh.
nice little moment, to break away from the normal, series
Mhm.
watching type thing,
Yeah.
so it was nice. It was nice to hear them sing. It was a nice little moment there. And I continue to love that barn with the lighting.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah.
it's just amazing. The lighting in that barn and the wood colors and the guitar. I mean, it's really nice. That's a really nice
Uh-huh.
scene. I love when they go in there. And I
Oh,
think she
yeah.
even said at the end of that scene, we need to get some better chairs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, did she yeah, I think she did because yeah. Yeah, sitting on the hay bales. Oh, Misty agrees with you. She thinks something big is gonna happen to the married couple before he lands a job on the ranch. Oh, okay. Misty says the Bible didn't look old enough to be used in several generations. Oh, that said, I thought it was
Right.
a sweet gesture to give it to him. I wonder if
Mhm.
it has written messages inside he finds that give him direction. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a good point too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she said the Bible belonged to his grandmother on his mother's side. I think is what she said.
Hmm. I think that's what she said too.
And this part, oh, this is a short scene. Do you remember this one?
Well, I know Sherry's talking to James, and
Mm-hmm.
um,
He's telling her how sore he is from all the ranch work
oh,
that
that's
he's been
right. She
doing.
says, "So, how does
Yeah.
it feel to be back or whatever?" He goes, "Well,
Yeah.
my body's sore," and he goes, "But I am liking it. I'm liking being back or whatever." And that's when Daniel rolls up on his ATV again. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
man, did this guy ever roll up on a horse?
I know.
Like, is that
I
his
know.
horse or
Uh-huh. Yeah. And he tries to strike up a conversation, but James isn't having it.
Oh no, he shut him down.
Yeah, James tells him, yeah, you're right. He does shut him down. James
Yeah,
then tells him about the wolf tracks that they found earlier. And he says, you better take precautions. And Daniel says, I take action.
action, right? Yep.
All right. And, once again, I don't think Daniel was trying to cause trouble. I really think
No.
he was, I think he was just trying to be friendly in his own way.
Especially like in this scene too, I was kind of taken aback that, Pastor James would talk to him that way in a
Yeah.
sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I think it's like foreshadowing like the tension that they've had for all these years. You know what I mean? And
Right.
but again, I agree with you. I don't think Daniel was coming off as being, like
No.
mean or sassy or anything
No.
like that. He was just saying, hey, I can't even remember what he said. He said,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Yeah.
you're
He
still
said,
here, Pastor?"
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. He first he just said hi to him or something, and then yeah, later on he says something about, "Oh, you're still here. I thought you were going
She
back
was
or
going back.
something."
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think he was trying to stir up any
No,
trouble
again,
there.
this is another scene where we see that he's not really trying to cause any issues,
Yeah,
really.
and once again, it's the Hamiltons that are
Aggressive.
more
Yeah.
aggressive to him. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Except later on, his aggressive side does come
Yeah,
out, which
yeah,
we
it
will
does come out. Well, he's been battered both episodes now, so he's he's probably ready
see.
to come out a little bit and show his might.
Yeah, James, Aunt Amy, and Willis have lunch. James tells his dad he told Daniel about the wolf. His dad says you shouldn't have done that. Those Newmans are evil. Willis also finds out that Eric snitched about him missing his follow up appointment, so he is going to give Eric a piece of his mind a little bit later.
Hmm.
Let's see. Oh, Tina has a checkup with Janet, and
Yeah.
everything is fine with the baby. Now, she showed him an ultrasound picture of the baby. Did you get ultrasound pictures of your kids when you were pregnant?
Yes, I did.
Did you? Oh, okay. All right.
Hmm.
James goes to the cafe and sees Maggie has a squeaky front door. He asks her if she has time to talk, so they take a walk. She talks about how hard it is to own a business and he talks about how hard it is to work with his father. So they have a couple nice walk and talk scenes in this
Yeah.
episode, I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was nice they
Yeah.
were able to get away from the cafe and kind of walk
Mhm.
and kind of be more relaxed and kind of reunite in a way their friendship they had when they were younger. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Oh, Misty says she was proud of James to warn Daniel. Right. Yeah, you should have done that.
Mhm.
I've got mixed emotions about Daniel. Is he a bad guy and out to get them, or is he trying to work with them? Yeah, we're gonna find out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They left it kind of up in the air right now with him.
Hmm.
Yeah, we don't know. Let's see. You want to talk about these slides? Can you see them?
Yeah, so Eric, Dr. Eric, I should say. Dr. Eric is in with Willis and he's basically, doing a follow-up with him and he
Hmm.
says I got your test results and he just says that you need to take care of yourself and um I don't think he really gave him exact results, right? He just said that he needed to take it easy and
Yeah.
he's like, well, I got to get back on the ranch. And he's like, well, I understand that. And he goes, but you need to take it easy. And he's like, oh, you've been talking to my son, Pastor James, huh? And he's like, no, I was talking to my pastor. I talked to my pastor. And so
Uh,
it was, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It was a good little moment there. And he kind of told on him too about how he snitched to his daughter about his appointment.
Yeah. Yeah. He called him out. And Eric gets
Yeah.
embarrassed. Eric got embarrassed and says, I promise it won't happen again.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, real
Yeah.
quick, Chad, if
What?
somebody's on Facebook watching, how can they comment in the comment box? Or can they on
Just,
Facebook?
yeah, they can comment right on in the comment section.
Okay. Somebody
It's
just
right
texted
like it's
me.
right it's like right under the video. There's a comment
Okay.
section. Yeah.
Okay. She's listening, so she'll probably hear it. I just wanted to
Oh,
ask
okay.
really quick because she's trying to make a comment and she couldn't make one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Jean, you can always text me too, and I can talk it out loud.
Well, her comments have shown up before.
Yeah, she said she couldn't get them on. So, but
Oh,
anyway,
maybe it's not working right on Facebook. Sometimes this website messes up on Facebook.
okay.
Maybe it's
That could
not.
be.
Maybe it's not working right.
Yeah, that could be.
Let's see what happened. Oh, then Eric tells Janet that he has to win back her father's trust. So she
Yes.
says, "How about you come to dinner some night?"
Hmm. He's like, yep. He goes, I'd love that.
Aunt Amy tells Janet how excited she is that James is staying longer than expected. Janet says, "Don't get too excited and don't get your hopes up that he's going to solve
Mhm.
all the ranch's problems." Janet tells her she invited Eric over for dinner, and Aunt Amy realizes that things are getting serious between the two of them.
Yep. And then she's wondering, what am I going to make for dinner?
Oh, Misty says she couldn't comment on Facebook, but I'm watching and listening on Facebook, but texting on X. Oh, okay. I wonder why. Yeah, Facebook must not be working right tonight. All right.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, usually you can comment on it. Let's see. You want to talk about this scene where tensions rise here when they're eating dinner?
You go ahead. I'll let you do it.
All right. So Nathan tells James he saw Daniel Newman out with his shotgun.
Hmm.
He says it is against the law to shoot wolves in their state. James says, let's not assume he is up to no good. Nathan says the Newmans are always up to no good, which is just what Willis told James earlier.
Hmm.
And you know what? James was cutting down Daniel earlier in that scene we talked about just a little while ago. But in this scene, he
Hmm.
defends him. And he
Yeah.
says, don't assume he's up to no good.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of weird that he kind of like cut him down one moment and then defends him the next moment.
Well, I kind of feel like James is kind of in
Uh-oh.
a hard place. You know
Oh,
what I
my
mean?
connection's
Because,
bad. Hold on.
okay,
I
let
gotta
me
wait for
know.
you. You froze up on me, or I
Oh, I
froze
did.
on
Am I
you, or
now?
something. Hold on.
Okay. Am I back yet?
Oh, I'm coming back.
There you are. Okay.
Oh, geez, I don't know what my internet must have You froze. Did I freeze, or could you hear me, or
You
what was going
froze.
on?
I was still going. Everybody could still hear me. They just
Oh,
couldn't hear you.
they couldn't hear me. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, you were
I gotta.
frozen like this, and so I was like, "Well, I'm trying to remember the other scene." And
Oh, I got a pop
um,
up that said, oh, okay. All right. Well, I had to like close the window and start over.
well, all right then.
All
Everything's
right.
still on there, so it's weird because Jay goes, "This is great without Chad Cricket. Keep it up." Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I'm gonna have to edit this. I guess. Oh man, this is crazy.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Okay. So I was thinking that's why we should record these instead of do them live, apparently. So
yeah,
when stuff like this happens, but then people can't comment.
yeah. That's true.
Okay, so did you talk about this dinner scene? What were you
So
talking
it was
about?
kind of small, but is that the scene with Janet and Eric and the dad and Aunt Amy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, because didn't this happen after the ranchers meeting or no?
No, it was before.
Oh, was it? Okay, I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
remember. I thought it was after because I thought they were making sandwiches and everything. I thought
No, it
Amy
was
and Eric.
before.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
that occurs later when they make the sandwiches.
okay. That's after the ranchers
Janet
meeting.
and
Then.
Mary. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got you. So go ahead with that scene then,
So
because
in
I
this
don't.
scene, the Hamiltons are trying to have a peaceful dinner, but Willis makes Aunt Amy mad when he is
Mm,
disrespectful to James. He is on James' case again about not taking over the ranch. James tells him he put down extra chicken wire to protect the wolves or to protect against the wolves. Willis snaps and says, "You trying to tell me how to run my ranch?" And then Aunt Amy has a few words for Willis, and then she gets up and leaves the room. So yeah, once again, Willis is being disrespectful here. Poor James, he's trying to help out, but his dad is not interested in
mhm.
his help because he's still mad that he didn't take over the ranch.
Yeah, well, and I think again we're seeing this side of Willis where he's got such anger and bitterness towards James for not, wanting to run on the, run the ranch or whatever. And he is trying and then he was like saying, "Oh, you put a little chicken wire up and you think you're running the ranch. I do it day in and day out, and if you're
Yeah.
tired, well then you ain't going to be able to handle this anyway, kind of
Uh
thing."
huh.
And
Yeah.
so, and then when Aunt Amy puts the pie down and she says, "Oh, well, you guys can serve yourself." I'm like, "Pie? I wouldn't even gave him the pie."
I know. Yeah. All
Misty's
right.
back.
Missy's back, and Gene commented. I saw Gene commented, so Facebook
Yeah, she was on there too. Yep.
must
Yep.
have started working or something. All right, can you see these scenes? If I pop them by making them bigger, can you see them?
Yeah. So yes. Okay. So this scene here, Sherry's talking with Pastor James, and she's just basically asking him, "Hey, I don't really want to ask this, but how are things on the ranch? Do I need to be worried?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said not to be worried. He said, "I'll make sure that I take care of this ranch." And to
Mm-hmm.
put her mind at ease. And so she was very happy to hear that. And she said she would let everybody else know as well. So,
Yeah, she's wondering about her job security.
yes, yes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Then James, he goes over to the cafe and fixes Maggie's squeaky door, and they have another walk and talk. They talk about Aunt Amy and the struggle she is having with Willis and whether James should go back to Chicago or stay in Crossroad Springs. And I really like this scene, so I grabbed a video of it. Here's a clip of it. Here we go. Yeah, that was a good scene. I like that one.
Yeah, it was really nice. Very nice scene.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of start seeing their relationship kind of coming together a little bit. You know what I mean? She's already giving him emotional support. He's leaning on
Mm-hmm.
her. He's talking to her
Oh
more.
yeah. Oh
So you kind
yeah.
of know it's coming. It's coming.
Uh-huh. What's Jay saying? Willis is gonna get upset. Oh, Jay thinks Willis is gonna have a heart attack.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, to
Misty.
me, it kind of sounds like that too, because that would give, James a reason to stay.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It would. That's
you
true.
know, because he keeps making all these promises that he will always take care of the family and the ranch and the ranch
Mm-hmm.
hands, and
Mm-hmm.
he may just have to.
Uh-huh.
I agree with you, Jay.
Misty says she loves that James is so open and honest with Maggie.
Hmm.
All right. So James asks Nathan, the other ranch hand, how his dad is doing. Nathan says he is slowing down, still working hard, but his age is taking a toll. Nathan says, I think in the near future he is going to have to hire more help. And we know who he can hire, right?
Sure do, Mr. Lewis.
Mr. Lewis there. Now we're up to what I think is the best scene in the episode, the
Hmm.
Ranchers Association meeting.
Yes.
Amy gets up and tells everyone about the wolf tracks that were found. And Daniel loses his temper with Willis. And because this is the best scene in the episode, I have it right here. Here it is. I'm going to play it. Oh, that was intense.
Yes. Very heated discussion.
Yeah, and Daniel picking a fight with a guy who's twice his age.
Well, yeah, but he did like kind of say something about his dad, and I think those families that own these farms and ranches, they're very close to their parents, most of them. They've worked with them
Uh-huh.
their whole lives on the ranch, and they would defend each other to the death, whether it be animals, other people or what. So, you know, you don't want to disgrace somebody by talking about their, father who's gone or passed away. So, yeah, he did
Uh-huh.
get a little overheated, I think, especially if, um, you know, Willis is a lot older. So,
Yeah, last week I was saying I think he might be a nice guy deep down inside. But now this week I'm second guessing myself after that scene.
yes, you talk about Willis, right?
No, I'm talking about Daniel.
Oh, yeah. See, that doesn't turn my opinion in yet.
Oh, it
I think
doesn't?
he was no. I think he was just defending his dad's honor.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like,
All
you
right.
don't talk about my family. Like, I probably would have done. I don't think I would have been that extreme, but I would have definitely defended my dad. You know what I
All
mean? Like,
right. All right.
you know.
Now, did you
So
recognize the guy who was running the meeting?
no, I did not.
You didn't?
No.
He also plays a rancher on When Hope Calls.
It does he? Okay. I was
Yeah.
wondering because he did look familiar, but I couldn't remember where I saw him.
Yeah, he
Uh,
plays on When Hope Calls. His name is Harley.
oh, it's Harley.
And
Okay. He looked different.
remember he's in a scene on the street, I remember, and Tess is talking
Yes.
to him on the street. Oh, and then the
Yes.
cafe or the hotel restaurant,
Mhm. Yes.
Tess sits down with him at a table and she says, "Are you going to bid on the?" I
Yes.
forget the name of the farm and that the ranch in that
Right,
show.
right.
You gonna bid on that farm? And he says, he says it's good land. Everybody wants it. Remember?
Yeah. Exactly. You're right. That is him.
Yeah, that
I
was
think it's
him.
because he didn't have his cowboy hat on.
Yeah. Yep. Same guy. The actor, his name is Neil Whitley, something like that. This is the actor's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of these shows and made for TV movies that you see.
Well, did you see what Jay said?
What?
Look
Oh
back at
yeah,
the comments.
about Daniels
Yeah.
stealing
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 cattle.
cattle in Canada.
Yep.
Yeah. So now you can describe this scene because you mentioned it earlier.
So they come back. Well, they don't come back. Janet and Eric come to the house, and she's supposedly surprising the family and saying, "Hey, I'm bringing
Mhm.
Eric over for dinner finally." And they get there and they get in the house and nobody's there, and she goes, "Yeah, everybody will be here there or something." And then she goes, "Except when it's a ranchers association meeting." So they walk in and so she starts. I don't know if she got the sandwiches out first or if some of the other people started coming in. The family started coming in after that, and then were going to make sandwiches. So
Hmm.
um but yeah, so then the family comes in, but they all decide like aunt
Amy.
yeah, thank you, I couldn't remember her name for that moment. Don't get old, Chad, don't get old. um But yeah, when Aunt Amy, she just like leaves and goes out the door, and then I think even Pastor James came in and he walked out too, I believe. Um, but yeah,
Hmm.
and then the father never even entered, I don't think, the house at all. And
No,
then so then this scene here, and that's with James and Aunt Amy, right, in the barn again.
James, yeah, Aunt Amy in the
And I
barn.
can't
Yep.
remember the discussion on that one. I'm gonna let you take that one, Chad, because I
Oh,
can't
okay.
remember exactly.
Yeah. They go out in the barn, and we get a Bible verse from James about carrying each other's burdens.
Oh, that's right. That's
He
right.
says he is going to carry the burdens of the ranch and to trust God's plan. He tells her the love that bonds this family is stronger than any storm. So that was a good scene too. I like that scene
Yeah,
too.
I like that scene too. Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
nice.
And then we get near the end here. James calls the pastor that is filling in for him up in Chicago and tells him he is struggling. He says he is at a crossroad in Crossroad Springs. He feels he is letting down his Chicago church by not being there, but if he leaves Crossroad Springs, he will be letting down his family. His pastor friend asks, "Where do you think God feels you could be the most service right now?" James thinks about it and makes a decision, and he feels he should stay and help his family get the ranch back in shape, and then he could return to Chicago with a clear head and a clear heart. So I guess
Mhm.
he made his decision
He made his decision. Yep, sure did.
from that one conversation.
Yeah, well, he had a pretty good reason, when he was talking to him. I mean, that's a good way to look at it. I mean, you got to go with what
Uh-huh.
your heart's telling you in that moment.
Yeah. Yep. And then the episode ends with a music montage of Janet and Eric gnawing on the sandwiches that they made, and Willis in the barn looking at the Bible
Hmm.
and looking up at the cross-shaped light that's shining through the roof.
Hmm. Yes, I think this scene is a prelude to what's coming in the next episode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Willis is kind of thinking about things, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I do too. So
So,
let me
what?
ask you this. Did they play the new Crossroads song in that episode?
I don't think so. I just saw that on social media like today or
Yeah.
something, yesterday or today. I don't think they played it.
I was
Yeah,
wondering if you had noticed that, because I forgot to text you about it today and ask you, because I was like, I wonder if it's in that episode, and I just didn't realize it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. Oh, Misty loves that barn. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that barn is gorgeous.
So this episode, I don't think was as good as the first episode. I thought this episode was kind of slow moving at times.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit. I mean, I did like the first episode better.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but again, early on in these series, you're still trying to get the characters and their personalities and the background on all of them. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah, I think next episode's going to be a little better. I really do, because I think more
Hmm.
things are unfolding, more things need to happen in a sense. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So I think it's going to push the next episode probably
yeah,
a little bit quicker than this one for sure, but
yeah,
um yeah, I think next episode is going to be a little bit
yeah.
more
I
exciting.
think you're right. I think you're right. I mean,
Mhm.
I like this episode. It was okay. It just was a. They just continued the storylines from the first episode. Like
Right.
Willis was still mad at James for not taking over the ranch. Well, you know what? He
Mhm.
didn't take over. That happened years ago. Why can't the guy get
Right.
over it? That's what I was
Yes.
thinking. I mean, and
Yes.
the ranch still struggling. That storyline continued, and the
Mhm.
ranch hands worried about their jobs. Lewis
Mhm.
Hedge looking for work. That was a continuation, and then Aunt Amy trying to keep the peace. So really, the only new storylines in this episode was James seriously considering about staying in Crossroad Springs. That was one storyline, and then the wolf storyline and Daniel blowing up at Willis over killing a
Yeah.
wolf. Those were
Yes.
the two like new storylines pretty much that we got in this episode.
Hmm.
So, what was I going to say? I was going to say that I would like to see Willis move on and get over this grudge that he has against his
Hmm.
kids.
I think he will. I think, like Jay said, I think something major is going to happen, and it's going to open him up to have his faith.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have his faith. He's going to have to find his faith again, and kind of renew who he is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think he's so bitter right now. He's so bitter. And I don't think it's not, I don't think it's just necessarily against Janet and James. I think there's something else. I think it's his wife's death. I think he's just got all this loneliness and bitterness that he needs to get work through. And I think it's going to take something like a heart attack, stroke, or something along those lines to bring him back down to find his faith again. And that's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I'd like to see him start working with James and helping to save the ranch rather than arguing with James all the time. I think you should kind of
Well,
work with him.
I think if something does happen, he's not going to be able to work the ranch, but he
Mm-hmm.
will be able to instruct him on what needs to be done, how to
Mm-hmm.
do it possibly. And
Yeah.
then, if he's really hurt or he's in the hospital, then James is just going to have to step up and do his thing.
Mm-hmm. Misty says, I think with James staying in his gruff and grumpy behavior will ease as he has his family back with him. Oh, he's talking about Willis. Okay. I think he feels awfully alone. Oh, you think Willis feels alone?
Well, he probably has
Ah.
without, Janet and James, and especially his son. That's his son.
Mm-hmm.
Fathers want
Mm-hmm.
their sons around them.
Mm-hmm. And like
Especially
we
if
said,
he knows he's like, especially when he knows he's kind of slowing down a little bit.
uh-huh. Yeah, and like you said before, we need to see Lewis start working on the ranch and helping out.
Yeah, we really do.
Yeah. Anything? What else? What else about this episode? What do you think? What else? What else can we say?
Um, I'm curious to see if the wolf, does any damage anywhere, or if,
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to hear about the wolf in the next episode, or if that's like
yeah,
that storyline's over. I don't know. We'll see.
or if like the wolf, breaks into one of the hen houses and they got to go after the wolf and find the wolf and you
Hmm.
know, I don't know. Who knows? It could go in all different directions.
Yeah. So, shall we do the mystery items
Yeah,
that we brought?
sure.
I was thinking there's only like one item in this episode that I could think of.
Oh, there's a couple.
There's a couple. There was only one that I could come up with.
I don't
What
know.
else? What else could you? Because I didn't. There's a couple, huh? Oh, Misty wants to
Mhm.
know, will we be seeing Daniel Newman's
Oh,
property
yeah.
or his family? Yeah, I mentioned that last week. Is there going to
Yeah,
be
we
more
we
Newmans?
did.
Or is he the only one we're going to see, or is there going to be more? He can't be
Maybe
all, yeah,
that's
he
it.
can't be the other.
Maybe
Yeah,
Daniel
are
needs
we ever going to see his ranch? That's a good question, Misty.
right, and
Yeah.
Daniel needs a girlfriend. So I hope
You
they
think
write on
Daniel
it.
needs a girlfriend? You know, I noticed he's got a seat on the back of that ATV. That ATV is
Yeah, he
built for
does.
two. There's a
I
seat
mean,
behind him.
he's looking to give somebody a ride now.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And like we said last week, I think deep down inside he may want to give Janet a ride. I think he wants to
I think he's still crushing on her a little bit. I think so.
give. Oh yeah, Misty says there's always a sandwich in these episodes. I know. I know.
Well, some of the things I thought about were a pie. Well, that's
Oh, a
one of them, but a
pie, that's right.
pie is another one.
I didn't think of that.
Um, you could also bring out a tomato, lettuce,
Yeah,
cheese,
there was
um,
lettuce. Yeah.
all
Yeah,
that.
I did think of lettuce.
Yeah. Um, you could always like Eric had a lab coat on. That was another one I thought of that you could do a lab coat. Um, but yeah, but what was yours, Chad? What was your mystery item?
Well, it was the obvious one. It,
WD-40.
it was the obvious one.
Oh, that's too
Wait.
funny. Yeah,
Oh, can you see
that
it?
was the obvious one because that's the one I did
That's
too.
you brought two. Oh, mine's blending in.
But
Mine's blending in with my background. I couldn't find my small little Bible. All I could find was this huge one. It's
yeah,
gigantic.
well,
It's
this is
gigantic.
this is my Bible. It's my Bible.
Mine's. Oh, there you go. Yeah, mine's blending in with the background. I
But
gotta get this.
no, you know
I
what
gotta
I
get
thought
this
you were
green
gonna bring?
screen fixed. What? What'd you think I was gonna bring?
I thought you were gonna bring a can of WD-40.
I didn't think of that.
I couldn't find mine because that's what I was gonna bring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Hmm.
would have been a good one. I never would have thought of that.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yep. Well, and it was a toss up. I was trying to find that one first, but since I couldn't find it, I went with the Bible. I knew I had one of the items I could definitely bring, but yeah, I was so looking forward. I had a small can of it I thought in my cupboard, but I couldn't find it. So, but yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot of items. You're right in this one.
Yeah, yeah, there weren't. There weren't.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So let's see. The next episode, the third episode, premieres tomorrow on Great American Pure Flix and Saturday on Great American Family and GFAM Plus. Oh, I got to see what Misty says. Pi or WD-40 would have never guessed. Yeah, I would have never guessed those. Yeah, I would have never guessed that one. Yeah.
oh yeah, when I was watching the episode, that
What?
I was like, oh, I got to get that one. That's a good one.
I got to pay more attention to the items when I'm
Hmm.
watching the episode.
Yeah, I always do it on the second round, usually.
Hmm. Okay. All right. And I'm going with your hunch that the next episode is going to be more action and more stuff going on, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only I mean they only filmed 6 episodes.
Oh, okay.
There's only 6, but then they announced that they renewed it for they're going to do 7, 8, 9, 4 more so that they have 10 total, but they initially only filmed 6. So I don't know how long we're going to have to wait to get those last 4. I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know.
will see. So until next week, thank you, Cricket, again for being here.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Roadies, for being here.
That's right.
And
Roadies, roadies.
until next week, you keep the faith, keep smiling, keep your friends close, and keep your great American family closer.